I must be completely honest in telling you guys that I wasn't planning on doing a video for this game, but after seeing what we did on that field today, I actually have quite a few things that I will need to talk about. What's going on, guys? ¿Cómo están? BugaLuis here. Welcome back to another video here on the channel. And yes, like I said, even though we're not playing for everything, even though this game absolutely meant nothing, there are some very huge pointers that I actually need to discuss with you guys, because this performance, and I just keep saying it and you're gonna hear it so many times, but this performance, people are gonna be calling it off like, oh, it doesn't mean anything. You know, we're playing against the Deportivo Alaves team, which already are staying in the first division. They already secured their spot. They're not fighting for relegation anymore. Of course, they're not gonna care how much they lose by in this game, and Barcelona are not competing for the title, so what does it even matter? Well, it doesn't even matter. Yes, it doesn't. But what we saw today is just a clear version of Barcelona with no pressure whatsoever. And this is the sort of team that we were grown accustomed to. I've been working on the past 2 days on a video really detailing really in depth how to rebuild Barcelona. So I've been comparing this current team with the ones of old and seeing how we can get back to the very best. And when I saw this team, it just reminds me a lot of what we saw some few years ago, where the youngsters can completely interchange positions with the most kind of experienced players in the team, and there's no any sort of, I will call it, hesitation whatsoever from the manager to put in these players. And hence, of course, we have a lot of players suspended, some of them injured. But today, Riqui Puig and Ansu Fati did absolutely everything. So I'm going to be starting through that point. That's going to be my point number one for this game. The main talking point I want to mention is the youngsters. Because throughout the entire 90 minutes, we saw Ronaldo Araujo being the center back, and for most of it actually being the only center back because Clement Lenglet went out injured. That's going to be an injury that actually is going to make me a little bit worried for the Champions League, because we don't know how long it's going to be. Didn't look that bad, so hopefully he returns already and fit. Because yes, we have Samuel Umtiti, but he doesn't fill me 100% with confidence. I don't know about you guys, but if he does, let me know in the comment box down below just why might that be, because I see no confidence in Umtiti whatsoever currently, and he's also injured as well. So I prefer Lenglet coming back. Even though Araujo put in a good performance today, a much better center back in Lenglet is there, and we should utilize him. But for this game against Deportivo Alaves, Araujo was completely immense. He really was. And it's not like I ever hesitated or thought about, oh, we don't have Lenglet, we don't have Quique, so is Araujo gonna perform good? No, he did a very good, solid performance, a 7 out of 10. And every time he's coming in, he's been putting that 7 out of 10. So we are finding ourselves with a very good center back here that we didn't know we had previously to this season. So that's a very huge boost and motivation for what might come for the next squad next season. In the midfield, we saw Riqui Puig, and Riqui Puig moved every single box. He just ticked everything on the checklist for being a complete midfielder for Barcelona. I already mentioned how important his mobility is, because he has that mindset of old, where he gets the ball, takes it, passes it, and then moves. That is the main kind of rule if you ever want to play this possession style football. Why teams of Pep Guardiola are so effective, because the main thing he says is get the ball and move around to create space. It doesn't help whatsoever if you get the ball, you pass it, and then you don't move, because then the opposition marker never tends to kind of find you in another position, and then therefore there are no gaps open up. Riqui Puig does exactly the opposite. He gets the ball and then he moves completely, and then the markers, the opposition, are going to be like, where do I go? Do I follow him? Do I stay? Do I kind of try to intercept the pass? And that sort of kind of mystery of after every single play that Riqui Puig does is what gives Barcelona the ability to circulate the ball much faster, and not only that, but circulate in a way where actually it goes forward. And I have to mention, of course, that Riqui Puig got his very first 2 assists in La Liga this game. He got his first assist for Lionel Messi for the second goal, and then he got his next assist for the goal of Semedo. That was the 4th one. And this sort of vision in the box is what we were lacking many times. And this is something that, for instance, we brought Philippe Coutinho in, but now that he has been departed to Bayern Munich and now it's kind of like an afterthought, Riqui Puig is taking that mantle, and I like that, because we are having this more advanced kind of attacking player like an Iniesta was for us back in the day. So Riqui Puig, in fact, I believe is going to be very important for the Champions League, and we shouldn't underestimate this player. Just because he's young, he can put in still a lot of good performances, and actually is probably the only player that we currently have in our squad that can do that. And then up top we had Ansu Fati, a breath of fresh air through the left-hand wing. The pace that this guy brings is something that we just are lacking so much currently with Dembele out of the side. Let's be completely honest, Suarez and Messi, they're amazing. Their first touches can do everything, and all of their finishing are still way better and miles off someone like Ansu Fati. But the fact of the matter is that this guy, with simply sheer kind of bursts of pace of acceleration or his tight dribbling, are able to open up some things, some areas that those players cannot. Messi can do it for the right hand wing, but we never have found someone to do it for the left hand flank. And Ansu Fati here can also be a very important asset. So I start to make this kind of question in my mind, and I want to put it to you guys out there. So answer me in the comment box this. Would you start Antoine Griezmann if he's fit for the game against Napoli, which he probably will? Or are you going to start Ansu Fati? In my opinion, I actually have to go with Ansu Fati. Games that are important, I want more chances, you know? I want more routes to success. And Ansu Fati gives us a route to success that no other player in a forward line can. Maybe Braithwaite to some extent, but are you going to take Ansu or are you going to take Braithwaite? I think we're all going to go team Ansu Fati. And more points that I want to talk about, we have to mention, of course, Lionel Messi, because today he broke the record for most assists in La Liga ever in a season. 21 assists is what Lionel Messi now has, and it's also the Pichichi. It really tells you how much Messi actually still has left in the tank, because in a current situation like this, where Barcelona are in crisis, let's be completely honest, Barcelona are in crisis. We need to do a lot of work to rebuild, and it's a pivotal moment in our history to see whether we're going to be falling down the way of an AC Milan or an Arsenal, or we're going to be just able to bounce back, and it's just been like 2-3 bad seasons. But in reality, like I said, with all of this going on, Messi is still able to put on sheer great numbers. He's the top goal scorer of La Liga now, and there's no way Benzema is catching him today. And then he's the top ever assister. So what more do you want? It tells you time and time again that everything that he says in the interviews, that like the one I did, and oh my god, it went super huge, that video on my channel, and rightly so, it's Messi speaking. So it tells you that even after saying that, he's gonna back it up with performances on the field. And that is why he's the best player ever, because he simply says it and he is able to do it. So if we can have that version of Messi and surround him with the right players, like I said, Riqui Puig and Ansu Fati, for the games against the Champions League, there's no reason whatsoever why we're not able to win it. In the video that I made talking about the reaction, a lot of people were scared about someone like Bayern Munich, and truly so. You know, they're a very big and right promising team. We have to take this game to learn and grow for those 90 minutes in the Champions League, and hopefully we're able to do so. I'm already kind of starting to summarize this video up. We are learning some new answers to questions that we previously had. So for instance, there was a meeting between Quique, Setien and Bartomeu to see whether he was going to remain, of course, at the club for the game against Napoli. And I believe that the players do, to some certain extent, trust Quique Setien today in this game. Because in the cooling breaks, that's something that I bet we all see, you know, where are the players? Are they gonna talk? Is it actually a good relationship between Quique Setien and the staff and also the players? And today it was kind of fresh, you know, it was relaxed. There's no pressure whatsoever. And if they can build, like I said, from this, they have a good amount of time to forget all the incidents, forget all the problems, and now just focus on one thing, that is playing that game. So if that can happen, I am actually confident that we can see some good results in the next competition, and that is the UCL. So it's good to see that the board now is backing Quique Setien for at least the Champions League. We don't know next season, but at least for now, and the players are doing the same. Where we're saying how Quique Setien is in the middle, you know, the board is against Quique Setien, the players are against Quique Setien, but today he looked fine. He looked fine, he looked to enjoy himself, he had a smile on his face, no preoccupies whatsoever, no pressure, no worries. Good stuff, Quique Setien, a good performance overall from the team, and it's I'm happy. I'm actually very happy. Oh, and how the hell did I forget to mention that Arturo Vidal played as a center back today? How in the world is that man able to do every single thing? Damn, that is what determination and character gives you. If you tell Arturo Vidal to play as a left back, he's gonna be doing that. You tell him to play as a goalkeeper, he's gonna do that because he actually likes what he does, and that is playing football, and he's gonna give you 100% for this team. And that is actually one of the reasons why I love that man. Peru and Chile may have complications and maybe rivals, but man, I praise Arturo Vidal. I really, really do. So yeah guys, hope you have enjoyed this video. Be sure to let me know what next things you want to see. I'm gonna be really letting you know that I'm making a video talking about like the rebuild of Barcelona, like I already mentioned, and we're doing a scouting report on Francisco Trincao, so you can really get to know this player that I'm just really hyped to see next season. It's like, if we don't sign any players, I would still be excited because we have Trincao coming next year, and that makes me, like I said, very, very hyped. So yeah guys, that's gonna be it. See you in the next one. Take care. Ciao.